If we don't have heavy weapons, how can we defend ourselves? How can we fight against one of the strongest armies in the world? Our military, our people, soldiers are stronger than the Russian Federation. But they have a lot more weapons. Heavy weapons will give us an opportunity to talk with them at the negotiation table.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky in a sit-down with Fox News with our own Brett Baer, urging the U.S. and allies to provide more weapons to the war effort. Zelensky adding that he won't settle for anything less than victory in his country. Here now to react, North Dakota Congressman Kelly Armstrong and Congresswoman Debbie Lesko of Arizona. Thank you both so much for being here. Debbie, let me start with you. Are we doing what we should be in support of the Ukrainians at this point? We're hearing conflicted reports even here. On the ground, they're saying it's not getting there as fast as they want. The Pentagon's saying it's already been delivered. What's your take?
Well, Biden should have provided this a long time ago, before we were in the middle of the war, so that the Ukrainians could have the equipment they needed to defend themselves. I'm glad that Biden is finally coming around to giving them the equipment they need, the military equipment, the humanitarian aid, but it's a little late. He should have done it before, as Republicans had urged him to do.
Kelly, what's our end state? What's the American end state? You know, you hear Zelensky talk about victory, but he's also been willing to engage in negotiations, talking about the Donbass and Crimea, but not giving up other territory. What's our preferred end state in our interests?
Well, I think our preferred end state is that a democracy in an area of the world that has been really short on democracies over the course of history comes out ahead. And I think President Zelensky hit it best. I mean, the more you give Russia, the more their appetite grows. That is shown throughout history. And I agree with Debbie. I mean, are we doing enough? No, we should do more, and we should do it faster. And that's, I mean, unfortunately, that's not a unique circumstance with the federal government, but we got to do whatever we can, because I agree with President Zelensky. If this goes the wrong way, this isn't the last we're going to hear of Putin. So,
Kelly, what would more look like in your mind?
We have a lot of ways in which we say, I mean, first of all, speed up the supply chain, speed up the bureaucracy, get things there. We obviously could have done stuff quicker before this started, but now we have to do everything we can to streamline the system to get the things which, once we're deploying them, get them there as quickly as possible. That would be a first and easy step, which we could really help the Ukrainian people, both those fighting and those that need the humanitarian aid.
Let me switch gears real quick to here at home. Representative Lesko, the inflation rate just hit 6.5%. It's the highest in 40 years. Of food, gas, everything. What is the impact on the people you represent of what is now effectively runaway inflation?
Oh, my gosh. Since Biden has been in office, inflation has just gone through the roof. Prices have gone through the roof. In the Phoenix metropolitan area, we have the highest inflation in the entire country. It's 10.9%, almost 11%. People are feeling this in their pocketbook. Everywhere I go with the gas pumps, they have that little sticker that said Biden did this. Our gas is at $4.70 a gallon. It is unsustainable. And Biden is a disaster.
Let me stay with you, Representative Lesko, just for a quick second. The White House has attempted to spin this as a Putin problem, Putin price hikes. When you talk to voters, Democrat, Independent, Republican, where do they place the blame?
They don't buy it. They don't buy Biden's BS, quite frankly. He says one thing, does another. He has had an all-out war on oil and gas in America, and there was just polling in Arizona. He is not doing well in Arizona. Democrats and Biden have bad policies for America and for Arizona.
Representative Armstrong, the Congresswoman just mentioned oil and gas. Well, you represent North Dakota, which produces the most oil in the United States after Texas. It's true. This administration declared war on that industry from day one. Now we're seeing prices spike. Is there a way out of this?
Yeah, there's a way out of it, and it's unleash American energy. And I mean, I think not just the United States and not just some of our friends in Washington, D.C., but I think the whole world is recognizing that if you allow us to unleash our capacity in states like North Dakota, that's not just great for my state, it's great for the country. But you know what else? It's great for world stability. And we don't have to worry about bad actors controlling the price of the market. But when you work as hard as this administration has, by the way, before they took office, even during the campaign, to make it known to oil and gas producers in the United States that you are not our friends, we are going to do everything we can to hinder your production of this such valuable resource, you can't just turn it on immediately. They need to send signals to the market, they need to send signals to the investors, and they need to let us do what we do best in North Dakota, and that's feed and fuel the world.
Instead, they're sending nothing but signals to the religion of climate change and their fellow zealots, and can't do the common sense things that would provide for our energy security and, frankly, energy dominance. Representatives Kelly Armstrong and Debbie Lesko, thank you both for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.